don't have to be soft. Yo, the loft is where I stay. Yeah, I be feeling good about it on a daily basis. The faces that I see, sometimes I like what I see, and sometimes I be on some other kind of stuff. And life is tough, and I don't want it to get no tougher or even rougher because enough is enough. I gotta do my thing, and I gotta understand that the song I sing something that I want a bird to do too, and I don't want him to fly over me and do. Do you understand what I'm talking about tonight? Let's get real about Relationships Thursday is right. Throwback Thursday the same, and we gonna make sure that we know why they kick game and tame the lion. I ain't lying, I'm telling the truth, and I'm gonna give y'all some proof. I got receipts that I know how to tweet. I saw what it said. Yeah, it read like something that should not be wrote, but I understand that Sun 7 is the GOAT. Yo, it's the Daily Go Getimism Show, y'all. And tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the real reason women don't apologize to men. The real reason women don't apologize to men. Which y'all know, yo, we got to have this conversation tonight. You know, I mean, you know, on social media, you hear about how women don't apologize to men, and it's turning into like a running joke, like something that's not really serious. You know, like you'll be waiting for Jesus to come back before you wait for your woman to apologize to you. And even though we can look at it like it's a funny thing, or like it's not a serious thing, or like it's something that we can all be familiar with and we can all recognize and we can all sort of get past it. Is it really like that? Because when you think about a person that doesn't apologize for something that they've done, first of all, you're talking about somebody who has probably done something wrong or violated something in some kind of way, broke a rule, whatever the case might be. When you're not talking about a situation where somebody has done right and they're just not acknowledging their greatness, you're talking about somebody who won't apologize. So it's somebody who has done something to somebody else, and we don't know the severity of it. But what we do know, and what many of us have accepted, is that they're not going to apologize. So we're going to have to find a way to just move past it. Are we doing that? Is that what's happening out here on these streets, out here on these love streets? Are we just letting it go? Are we just letting it go? Man, we got to have us a conversation tonight. Thursday running it into Friday is all right. And I'm right here and you're here too. So we gonna talk about how come the boo won't apologize to you even when she did wrong. We had to write a rhyme about it, put it in a song, gone you. Yeah, we didn't like the way it sound, but we still let the joint stick around. What we doing, y'all? What we doing, y'all? Hey, yo, let's get into it, y'all. It's the daily Go Getimism Show. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about Relationships Thursday. And we're talking about the real reason, the authentic reason, not the perceived reason, the real reason women don't apologize to men. Men, if you are anywhere within the sound of my voice, what do you know about your woman not apologizing to you? What do you know about her not acknowledging any wrong that she's done? What do you know? What do you know? I said, what do you know? And really does it show? What do you know? I mean, what do you really think about it? Because we know that the reverse isn't true. We know that men have to apologize to women all the time. They might have to apologize to men. They may have to apologize to women. They may have to apologize to men. They might have to apologize to kids. They might have to apologize to authority figures, judges, policemen. So where do we get this thing? Because I really wonder about the validity of the whole concept. Where do we get this thing about women not apologizing? Like, is it true? Is it true for you? Or is it false for you and true for everybody else? And so we just, sort of shrugging our shoulders and laughing it off and saying, well, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. It has to be happening to somebody, because I'm hearing people on social media talk about this thing like this is a real thing. Like this is not for play. They say, yeah, women don't be apologizing. You'll be waiting for Jesus. You'll be waiting for Jesus to come back before you have your woman apologize to you. It's not going to happen, dude. The resurrection. You will see the end of the world before you see your girl say, sorry, baby. I didn't mean to do it. I was wrong and I was in the correct. And I came at your neck and I treated you with a whole lot of disrespect. And I shouldn't have done it. And I won't do it again because I can't afford to lose you as a lover and friend. It's not about the money, even though I know that you're generous, but I gotta apologize to you because I was wrong, baby. I mean, what you know? What do you know? The real reason that women do not apologize to men. Excuse me, y'all. Man, as you come into here, as you come into the show, I promise to perform at a high level. I promise that we're going to have some fun tonight. I promise that we're going to have a good conversation tonight. I promise. I cross my heart. I only need you to do one thing. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button when you come in. If you don't like it, you can unhit the like button on your way out. But please, that's all I need you to do. I'm not going to sell you nothing. I'm not going to beg you for nothing. I'm not going to ask you for nothing that you couldn't give or that I wouldn't give to you. It's definitely a gratuity. Just hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I don't have you do nothing else except hit the like button. Do me that one solid. I would do it for you. Do it for me. It's true. The real reason that women don't apologize to men. What y'all know? Let's have this conversation tonight. By the way, this is a totally interactive show. You can call into the show, speak your mind, get right there on the microphone. You can grab the microphone, be like, yo, I need to talk. Hold on. Everybody listen to what I got to say right now. I call 319-527-6199 and I need to get something off my chest. And I need to get it off my chest. I need to scream. I need to holler. I need to yell. I got a story to tell. I need to curse. I need to cuss. I need to swear. I need to say it in your ear. I need to say it right here. You can call 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave the mic visible. This is not the actual mic that I'm speaking on. This is actually the mic right here. But this is your mic. It's actually out of the view of the camera. Don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, son. Don't worry about me. But yeah, just hit the like button, man. You know, we got 3 likes up in here. I know y'all can do better than that. I know y'all can do better than that, but I'm going to pin the number. I'm going to put the number up here so y'all can call in if you so desire. Because sometimes you don't want to write it. You don't want to write it. You want to make sure that it's exciting. Sometimes you got to really express it the way you feel it. If you don't like it, you veto it. I'ma appeal it. All right, hold on. We almost there, y'all. We almost there. We're almost there. All right, boom. So there's the number right there. I'm going to pin it. There you go. We are good. T. Carry Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. What's going on, my? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. You always give me a try. And also, that's bananas, yo. What do you think Jesus thinks of Hitler? Shoot, by now they should have seen each other. That's what I think. TK Wright says, not all men are willing to apologize. Some justify, some for some women. I mean, same for some women. Well, yeah, we pick and choose, and we're going to talk about that. The reason why we pick and choose. There is a very good reason why we pick and choose who we will submit to and who we won't submit to, who we will stand our ground with and who we won't. Sometimes people stand their ground when they dead wrong. There are good reasons for that. And one of the reasons, the shortest answer is because they can get away with it. They know that nothing is going to happen to them. You know what happens to a child who knows that there won't be any consequences for their bad behavior? This is beyond spoiled. That's how you get brats. That's how you get brats. And it ain't no coming back from that brat. That's the brat tat tat. You know? Think about it. If you know that you can do whatever you want to somebody, you can say whatever you want to somebody, you can treat somebody any kind of way you feel based on your moods, and you might be crazy moody, and you know they ain't gonna do nothing about it. Nothing about it. Well, what's gonna happen? That'll turn a good person bad. That'll turn a person that was potentially a decent person, that'll turn them into a devil. We're gonna get into that. Razor, German here. That's what's up. What's good? What's good? That's Banana says, I'll like it if you tell me what Jesus thinks of Hitler. Don't worry about it, man. Keep your like. You know what I mean? Because we're not getting into that shit. All right, Jignesh Tiwari London says, should I buy crack to weed? I don't know. You need to buy some English literature to show you how to write. But other than that, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you, my dude. Oh man. Let's see. Ian Martinez says, my friend girl, Axel said, you give advice. Your friend girl, you are from down south, probably from the Carolinas. And you know how I know? Because you said friend girl. You didn't say girlfriend. Up north, we don't say friend girl or friend boy. That is definitely some Carolina shit, either north or south. I haven't even heard them say that in Georgia or anywhere else. But it's possible. It's possible. Let me know. Let me know. I don't fashion myself as a person who gives advice, but I am a person that expresses, or that will give you the benefit of my experience and will offer you some options, because life is full of options. Full of options. Oh, well, whatever he was trying to get me to say, it didn't really matter, because he wasn't getting another comment read. I mean, he can hang out, but I wasn't. I had already made the decision on him. He went out with the executive decision. It's all good. Shaveda Suri says, hi to you. What's good? Troy McNair, my brother from another mother, almost like my brother from another mother, almost my brother from my mother. What's going on, my dude? Good, always good to see you. Oh, look, we have some returning participants. Hey, would you blow me? What up, you blow me? Hey, would you blow me? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. All right. So tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the real reason that women don't apologize to men. Man, on social media, you see these memes, and like I said, it's like a running joke now. It's not even something that we take seriously. It's not even something that we bat an eye about. It's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a communication issue, and it's a serious issue, because in all reality, you probably wouldn't put up with somebody who wouldn't acknowledge any wrong that they've done or any violations that they have committed. You probably wouldn't allow that, especially with the severity of the violation. So why would men allow their women or their woman to violate him or hurt his feelings or straight diss him or act in an incorrect manner or disrespectful manner and not acknowledge that? And, you know, like I said, on social media, they kick it like the way the women apologize is like they'll bend over for you, or give or blow you, or give you some sexual favors, make you your favorite meal. And I'm like, and that's an apology? Like, so doesn't she do that when in good times? How does I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've lived a different life. Maybe I've lived a different life. But for a nigga like me, you ain't gonna be able to repackage a gift that I've already received. You can't give me pussy like from, I don't know, January all the way up to February 13th. And then all of a sudden, you give me Valentine's Day pussy. Like, it's the same thing. And I don't like to throw around words like simp and all of that kind of stuff. Because listen, man, you get it how you fit it. You get it how you fit it. You know, what you eat doesn't make me shit. So whatever goes on in your household personally, I don't have nothing to do with it. If it makes you happy, I'm happy too. Because I ain't got to deal with it. I ain't got to hear about it. You understand what I'm saying? So if other men are cool with getting shitted on and not being apologized to, all right, that's you. But don't act like all men experience that. Don't act like that everybody is putting up with that. So I ain't gonna call you a simp or nothing like that. I ain't gonna call you a cornball or a weakling or nothing like that, because there are a lot of ways to be strong. And it's not about physical brute strength of character. But if we're talking about strength of character, how can you have strength of character if you violate or are wrong about something and you don't apologize for it? That doesn't sound like strength of character. And I don't understand why somebody would let somebody else get away with that. But hey, let's have this talk. Let's have this talk. Hey.
So we have a situation.
What's going on?
They just call me from the OR. All the rooms in the OR are dirty.
Yeah, because okay.
So
all right.
Stated that they need all the room clean, at least 1 or 2 clean for tomorrow morning, because they have 2 cases of operation. But I guess whoever's in the morning start cleaning the other rooms.
Nah. I told Rhonda to get on the discharges first and then go back and do the OR. So it's after 2, so she can go back and she can do the rooms in the OR now.
I got you. Another thing, there's a board coffee, so there's like 19 rooms on up there on the board right now.
Concentrate on the patient assigned rooms in the high priorities.
They basically almost all patient assigned rooms.
Yeah, now it wasn't like that before. You know what I mean? Just all right. Just handle the patient assigned rooms. You know what? As a matter of fact, call the nurse supervisor and see, and ask her what the rooms are that they need, because the bed board will talk about the overall thing. Find out what the real needs are.
Okay.
All right.
So Ron, let you go back to the ward, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
All right. But if there are that many rooms, you're gonna have to come off and do discharges.
Me and myself?
Yeah. All right. Taxi company. All right. So, okay. So, all right. What's that, Cubby? Say, sure. Thanks for offering. Offering what? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. Ian says, so this Axel says a lot of things. I just want to see if it's all true. What is that? I'm not fucking with that. Okay. Okay. Billy Atai. Okay. What's going on? Access to Rome. What up, man? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I'm feeling like a real man should, man. Everything is good. Everything is good. All right. Dan Sim says, yo, I'm back, man. I'm glad that you back. I'm glad that all of y'all back. All right. Just do me a little favor. Hit that like button. Let's go ahead and put on our uniform. Let's get dressed. Let's dress, y'all. Let's get dressed. Let's get dressed. We'll put on mine. It's cowbone time, baby. Put on these cowbones. And then let's go ahead and we can take off and have this conversation ASAP. Pronto. With the quickness. All right. Cow bones. For those of y'all who don't know, yeah. Cow bones, baby. You see the texture? You see that? These are cow bones, not wood. No wood. Okay. Get this thing straight. Hold on. There you go. There we go. All right. Now it's time to pick and choose. Which one do y'all want to wear? Which one? Let me know. Y'all want to wear the one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? Let's choose. The one on the right. Nice. You see, shine. Good. Or the one in the middle. It's good. Levels is good. Or the one on the left. Which one? Which one y'all like? Troy says the one on the left. That's this one. That's the one on the left. Who else? I. Okay. We only got one. Listen, we're not gonna be doing this. Y'all be taking too long with this shit. So okay. Carol says middle. We got one for the left and one for the middle. So hurry up and vote. All right, we got two for the middle. Two for the middle. Look, I'm gonna count to 5, and then that's gonna do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The one in the middle has 1. The one from the middle has 1. Yo, it's going down, son. The one in the middle, And I guess that was a legitimate win because Cosmic Mystical Goddess came through and said middle. Okay, so middle is what it's going to be. All right, who we looking like in the middle? What we looking like? All right, hold on. All right, let's give y'all the ocular proof. Make sure that you see what you're looking like. Let's get a little photo. Photo, baby. Smile. Cheese. Let me see. All right. No. That's not getting the full there. Make sure that thing is full body. Look at that. Looking good. You're looking good out here. Looking nice. Looking sweet, ladies. Looking gorgeous. Looking sexy. Looking beautiful. Looking pretty. Look at you. Looking it all sweet and everything. You about to get stepped to. And brothers looking fly. Looking handsome. Looking suave. Looking debonair. Got your smooth stuff. Got your soft stuff on. Yeah, you about to take something home. Yeah, something soft and warm. I said soft stuff on. You about to take something home. Yeah, soft and warm. That's what's up, man. Take a screenshot. Or give it what you got. To take a screenshot. Or give it what you got. All right, we are in motion. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready to have this conversation? Come on, man. Y'all not. Come on. We're going to find out how come women don't be apologizing. I don't understand. It's like the sun rising. Has to happen every day, goes down every night, but they won't apologize to you tonight. And I don't understand the sight of the whole thing. I consider them a queen. I'm a whole king, and the whole thing is going to have to go down. So I'm understanding now. But I don't frown when I see the shit coming through. And I don't understand she violated me and you. And I'm not saying that she is all bad, but she hasn't learned to be. Hold up. She hasn't learned to be a little bit a little more respectful, and you'll see. And that if you let it go on too long, then you gonna be the subject of a bad song. It's kind of like you hearing the wrong song and every day on the radio, get 100 times spins. Wait, yo, that's not the way to be. So I'm asking you, how come the lady sees another way to get around a violation that she committed? I don't understand that brother over there. She shitted right on him like he was nothing but a toilet. I can't understand. He still wants to spoil it. He give her everything in her life that she want. She treated him like she's a roach or a blunt. And I don't understand how it goes down. But tonight, the answer's what we gonna find. So let's go. Let's go. Y'all see the number, pin the number. I see my man is coming through. I'm about to put him on. He's about to come through and have a few words to say. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the real reason that women don't apologize to men. The real reason that women don't apologize to men. If you would like to be a part of this conversation, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Call and I know that you're ready to speak. This is a totally uncensored show. You can say it how you mean it. You want to curse, you want to cuss, you want to swear, you can do it right here. You wanna yell, scream, and holler. Yo, you can do it. Don't have to be a scholar. No dollars will get asked for you. We don't ask for nothing. Yo, we just making sure that we learn something. All right. So without any further ado, we're gonna bring my man on and we're gonna talk about the real reason that women don't apologize. So let's go. My man with the last number 7797. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight, my dude? What's good?
My man, what's going on, son?
Man, you already know. You already know what it is and what it's going to be.
Of course, man, listen, let me ask you a question. Did Eve apologize to Adam?
You know what? I never really thought of that. I never really thought of that.
Did Delilah apologize to Samson?
I don't really know. Never thought of that too either. Okay.
You want to go back in this goes back in time. This also goes back to upbringing. You know what I mean? Because y'all always remember women learn from their mothers. So the things that the trace of the parent trickles down to the daughters. Therefore, what they learn and what they see is how they treat how they treat their man.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So if they see their mother dog their father out or dog their boyfriend out, what do you think they want to do?
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's a trait. They don't understand how to break their trait. They don't understand how to take constructive criticism and sit back and say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Once they get ready to get to the fair, I'm sorry, they before they even get to the I'm part, they come up with some shit you did 5 years ago.
Okay.
See, because women have memory Rolodexes. And they put, let's say, cheating, they got that in the Rolodex. Forgot to pick my card up, my birthday gift. They put that on the Rolodex. Everything you do, forgot to put gas in the car. They put that in the Rolodex. Shit, forgot to put the trolley seat down. They put that in the Rolodex. And then when they do something the hell wrong, they don't say sorry. They just bring up what the hell you got wrong.
Okay. Well, I have a little theory on why that is what it is.
Well, I want to hear it. You know, I want to hear it.
Okay, now there are a lot of different reasons that somebody might owe somebody else an apology. It doesn't necessarily have to be over an argument. They may have physically done something wrong. You know what I mean? That's why I say that not apologizing for doing something wrong is not acceptable unless you accept the unacceptable. You know, when you facilitate something that you don't even like when you allow something in your space, something in your sphere, when you allow the enemy right there in your home to put his feet up chill, control the remote on your TV. Well, what do you expect? You know what I mean? The enemy is not even going to know that he's the enemy, or he or she is the enemy. And I'm saying that metaphorically. I'm not saying that your woman is your enemy. But if she's displaying characteristics of what an enemy would do, and she's not being checked on it, or at least held accountable for it, what do you think she's going to do?
Right there, held accountable.
Well,
the words right there.
Well, whether you call it checking them or held, I understand when somebody says checking them, it almost sounds like it's going to be something violent or something like an aggressive strike. But that's not what it means.
No. I agree with you. All the words you said is the part, but held accountable or taking accountability. They can't take accountability because some men don't hold them accountable.
Exactly.
When you don't hold them accountable for things they've done, they continuously do them. Mm-hmm. Until you say, I can't do this shit no more.
See, and the thing, and the question can be, well, why would they? Okay, just because you have a bunch of money, does that mean that you spend all of the money?
No.
Exactly. So just because you can get away with mistreating somebody, does that mean that you have to mistreat them?
That's the truth.
Exactly. So if you're dealing with somebody who would mistreat somebody just because they can, you're not dealing with a good person.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I can understand why somebody would do something in retaliation. I understand get back. I'm kind of a fan of it within limitations. Within limitations. I am, because I would rather listen, man, I would rather have to be the one to apologize for going too hard than to be the one to brood and bitch and be all sad and feeling all inept because I didn't do something that I know I should have and could have done. You know what I mean? I'm not that good at feeling like I should have let it go. I'm better at saying, yeah, I should have. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't have went so hard. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with a woman, you said something interesting, and I want to get to that. But if you're dealing with a woman whose first inclination is to see how far she can push something just for the hell of it, you're not really dealing with a good one. You know what I'm saying? Because
another thing, son, is I was sitting back and I was talking to my brother, and my brother's a pastor, and I said to him, I don't condone any man putting their hand on a woman or doing anything physical or anything with any type of weapon to a female. But I can see how they can push it. I can see how they can push that button to get a weak man to do some stupid shit. Or how they can continuously do stupid shit and you keep letting it go, or you try your best to sit back and be humble with them, and then they keep doing it, and then as soon as you get ready to leave, then they want to jump and get physical with you. Mm-hmm. Because they're wrong.
Well,
but like I said, let me let you speak.
Well, you said something interesting at the top of the call. You said that if they see their parents, or if they see their mom talking all reckless, not watching her words or any kind of way, you know what I mean, just basically acting on their impulses and their emotions without even thinking about mitigating themselves. All of that stuff comes from somewhere. You know what I mean? It comes from somebody not doing what they were supposed to do when they were younger. And then, they grew older and now they feel like they have the green light because now they're grown and they can say whatever they want to say, or at least that's how they feel. But, there are certain circumstances in life that lets you know that it's probably better to remain silent. Because whether you apologize or not, I bet you when you go to court, I bet you when the cops come and they talk about putting them cuffs on you, I bet you learn how to control your mouth then, because you've seen what happens to those who don't control their mouths. And when you stand in front of that judge and he's holding your freedom right in the balance of his power, yeah, you learn how to shut the fuck up too. Your lawyer told you, yo, shut the fuck, don't say shit. All you have to do is say your level of education and your date of birth, or if they ask you, and not another word. You know what I mean? Not another word. Yes or no. Don't say nothing else. And if you don't learn that, then you learn, oh, so this judge is petty. Just because I didn't talk to him or her nice, they not only put me in contempt, but they gave me the maximum sentence. All of that could have been controlled if you'd have just, watched your mouth. All right. So if you can watch your mouth when it comes to the police, when it comes to the legal system, when it comes to your boss at work, because that's where your livelihood is coming from. And a lot of people learn how to watch their mouth at work. You see what happens to people who don't, though. You know what I mean? So, if you know how to turn it down, fade it down, turn it off, put it on the shelf at those times, you mean to tell me, for the person that you love, for the person that provides for you, for the person that tries for you, for the person that you swap body fluids with, for the person that you probably have had children with and things like that, you can't learn how to watch your mouth? Okay. And not only can you not watch your mouth, but you can't even admit when you're wrong and when you've gone too far, even though you know you was dead wrong. Because it could be a situation where hold on a second. It could be a situation where you went off about some shit that wasn't right, that wasn't true, and then you saw in real time that you was dead wrong, and then you still stood 10 toes down on, well, I ain't apologizing, no. And you got away with it.
But see, that's the thing about it, son. That's like I just said up here and say, women, I honestly think, I'm trying to give a percentage of women that don't like to apologize. I'm going to say 70.
You want to say 70?
I think 70% of women don't like to apologize.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, first of all, when you got the parents, the mothers, and then as they get older, you got the girlfriends, and then as they get older, you got the women late. Now they grown, and you still got the girlfriends, and they're not saying, and then, well, I wouldn't let it's the same thing that men do. I wouldn't let my motherfucking girl talk to me like that. I wouldn't they say the same thing to their girlfriend. And then they come home, and even when they find out they're wrong, they still pull one out of the memory Rolodex. Well, I gotta apologize. Remember a couple months ago you did this? Because they don't know that an apology is not so much showing you're vulnerable. Apology is showing that you're grown. That's what an apology. It shows that you're mature enough to assume responsibility of your faults.
See, you know what I mean? Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're not gonna, well, I would, but I'm gonna break it down to just the women that fall under the umbrella of the description that we're talking about. They are not going to submit to being wrong or being checked or anything, because there are no consequences for it. See, in the examples that I gave about the cops, the judges, the bosses or authority figures at the job, there are consequences for running your mouth and not being unapologetic about it. There are consequences. And those consequences come real quick. So if you live in a home where there's not going to be any consequences, not only where there might not be no consequences, but you might get away with not apologizing, not cooking, not giving up no pussy, and still acting a fool, even though you was dead wrong in the whole situation. So she got too much control. She got too much control.
And that's the number one thing, right? My advice to people who get in relationships at the beginning of the relationship is to nip that in. If you nip that in the bud in the beginning, if don't tolerate it in the beginning, then you won't have to go years of being with that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? If you in a relationship with this person for a month, I mean, if y'all talking and you courting her and you see that she's not apologizing, then it's time to leave it. There's no amount of pussy that can sit back and allow you to be going through the same shit you've been going through. So believe me, I know. You know I know. You know. So I mean, at the end of the day, when you sit back in the beginning, if you correct this shit in the beginning, that relationship won't last long because you're not going to tolerate it. You don't tolerate it in the beginning. You don't tolerate it in the middle. You don't tolerate that shit in the end.
Well,
because if you be man enough to apologize for your faults, she should be able to be woman enough to apologize for her faults.
Okay, well, all right. So what about this? What if things were going so well between the two of you that you never noticed that she never apologized because things were going well and there was never any reason for any apology? You know what I mean? So maybe you never caught on to her wrath or how evil she may be, or how conniving or how manipulative she may be, because y'all weren't put in those situations. Now it's hard for me to believe that she never showed her true colors if y'all have been together for, you know, at least, let's say, half a year.
Let's think about it like that. If she never showed her true colors to you, she's witnessed something with somebody, a family member, a girlfriend, where she showed her true colors to her. So you've seen her rise to somebody else and said to yourself, I hope I don't go through shit with that bitch like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of if she didn't show it to you, she showed it to somebody else, which means you know her reaction to not apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to call Shantae and told her a lie so she can leave that motherfucker at dinner. And I didn't call her. And then next thing you know, Shantae called her, bitch, what the fuck happened? And all of a sudden, she snapped on her. I ain't have to do. You seen her wrath. You seen her wrath. There's nowhere in the world that certainly you have women that can have the calmest demeanor and have a wrath, or you have women that can go from 0 to 1,000. I think have a major wrath.
I refuse to believe that a man doesn't know how his woman is.
Yes.
I'm not trying to, you know, people be trying to say like she did a whole 360, 180 and all that shit. I'm like, no, she didn't. You just decided to look the other way. You know what I mean? Yeah. You might have been mesmerized by a fat ass and big titties and all of that kind of shit, and you decided to shut the fuck up because, you know what I mean, this was a good ride. You like the way the other people. I
don't want to rock the boat.
All right, yeah, and you didn't rock the boat, so you let her. You let her. Hold on, you let her. You know, pretty girl tantrum on you, and now you stuck. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was getting something. You thought that maybe she would have an epiphany and just start treating you decently. She ain't gonna do that shit. You a sucker. But now it's easy for us to say that you should, you know, nip it in the bud in the beginning and all of that. But everybody's beginning is not the same, and I recognize that.
Right.
So your beginning might be in the beginning of the relationship. Like, listen, you know, let's have a little talk about boundaries, guidelines, how we let me find out from you how you like to be treated, so I can start to develop ways and how to treat you well. And this is what I like too. So, you know, you'll know, how how not to ruffle each other's feathers and be going against each other instead of going together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't do that. And they allow a domineering situation to develop from the beginning. Okay, so like I said, I believe that every man knows how his woman is. That's whether he knows that she's promiscuous. That's whether he knows that she's loyal. That's whether he knows that she's manipulative. That's whether he knows whether she's really a good person. That's whether he knows that she's been hurt before, but she's trying. Or he knows it comes out.
Now, let me ask you a question. Can a woman that don't apologize be a good person?
Only if she never has anything to apologize for. But let me ask you this. Would you allow someone who doesn't apologize, somebody who doesn't acknowledge their faults or doesn't take any accountability for themselves, would you allow them to raise your children in that same way?
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
No, I wouldn't.
So, I mean, you have your answer right there. If you wouldn't allow that, if you wouldn't allow that to be an example for your children, then you have your answer. So,
and at the end of the day, even with my children, with their mother, with my oldest children, God rest her soul, their mother, and with my wife, I still, no matter what, I tell them, listen, man, at some point, there has to be an apology behind everything you do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, it takes me out because today's kids think that as a parent, you're supposed to call and check up on them. And I told them that's not how it goes. You check up on the parent.
Mm.
I'm not saying that the parent is never supposed to check up on you, but you check up on the parent. Because it's amazing. You can check up on them when you want some money, but you can't check up on them just to say what's going on. I said, so when you call me, you say, hi, what's going on, this, that, and the other. Dad, I need some money. Or call me just to say, are you living? Because when you call and ask me for money and I don't hear from you for a while, I'm broke.
I hear you.
And when you do call, me and I don't hear from you a while, there should be an apology coming out. My fault, Dad. I was too busy. I'm caught up in my life, this, that, and the other. I am too.
Yeah.
But when you call me, I'm there. There's no excuses. No excuses in any relationship, whether that's with your kids, whether that's with your woman, well, even with your parents. There's no excuses for being disrespected or talked to any type of way or anything. I mean, shit, even when I used to, even when, as grown as I am, even when I cursed in front of my mom and she knew I was mad, after I calmed down, I'm like, Mom, sorry for being disrespectful.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, that's my duty. You respect her.
Mm-hmm.
And when you, and I still follow that belief that my mom always told me was, honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days to be long. I still follow that. So if I disrespect it, I'm going to tell her I'm sorry.
The funny thing is, it was my dad who told me, to apologize. He said,
right.
He said that shit ain't. He said, trust me, that shit will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. It'll keep you out of a lot of trouble because people harbor resentment. People harbor resentment for when you don't acknowledge what you've done to them. They harbor a lot of resentment for that. Even if they don't do anything right then and there, somewhere down the line, they will find a way to make sure that you get your just desserts. And I know it's true.
I agree with you.
I know it's true. So, but hold on.
My fault.
So knowing that somebody will harbor resentment if you don't acknowledge any wrong that you've done or take any accountability for what you've done or apologize for what you did wrong. But you will allow your woman to violate you in that exact same way, which goes against the very principles that you live by and that you were taught. It's the math ain't mathing.
No, not the math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing. It ain't.
Yeah. We call that a double standard, though.
It's more than a double standard because it's about what you allow. Now, right. when there are no consequences to your actions, that's the easy way. That's the easiest way for somebody who was potentially a decent person to run amok and become a bad person. You know what I mean? So if you allow that person that had the chance to be good to be bad, and that person is your woman, because you haven't set any boundaries, you haven't laid out any consequences, and the consequences don't have to be physical. I would never come on this platform and encourage a man to put his hands on a woman, but there are other consequences. Like, listen, like, I've had to do this. When with certain women that I was dealing with, when they was wrong and they acted like they was, like they didn't want to acknowledge that they was wrong or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. I need that apology and I'm going to get it because ain't nothing else going to happen until I get it. So it can happen today. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen next week, next month, next year. But you can best believe ain't nothing going to happen with me and you until I get that. Now, if your woman doesn't value you, then that's probably going to be the thing that separates y'all for good. But one thing about women is that they go for what they want and they will sacrifice for what they want. Now, if you're not what they want, it's going to show. You might not want to look at it that way because your ego is all wrapped up in it and you don't want to look at it like, well, yeah, I mean, well, that's just the way women are. But trust and believe, if she wants you like that, if you have true value in her life, she gonna do what she got to do. She gonna do what she got to do. Just like when she was a young girl, maybe a virgin, maybe not. And it was this boy that she really liked. And he kept pressing her to have sex. And she may not have been really ready or whatever. But she knew that Keisha and Tanya and Jessica was more than willing to give him some ass. And he was going to do it if she kept holding out. So what did she do? Mm-hmm. She gave up that ass. Cherry got popped.
Yeah, sure did.
It was going to happen eventually, but she had to push up the due date because she knew that somebody else was going to win if she kept messing around at the starting line. So what's the difference between that and so you mean to tell me she'll do that to keep you keep you around the beginning because she saw the value in that? But you mean to tell me that once she got you, she don't see the value in keeping you? Did you somehow lose value?
How to keep you. See, at some point in time, they become comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they don't understand the value of how to keep you, or giving up the nana is not the problem. You know what I mean?
It can be for some.
Huh?
It can be for some.
It can be, yeah. Because some women are pussy police.
Man, I know dudes that's married, and I know dudes that live with their woman and all of that. Ain't been able to touch their woman in 6 months or more. Laying next to him in the same bed, that night after night.
One thing,
better not touch me. Better not touch me.
It's like if they married and your woman is not giving you no love, I honestly think that it's time to go out there and get someone your own.
Well,
because like me personally, I wouldn't do that because that's not the type of person I am. But at the end of the day, I think that when women do that and they're married, because see, once you get married, you're liable to that woman, however. You know what I mean? Financially, this, that, and other. But that woman has to have an understanding that she's liable to you too. And some women don't understand that. They want you to play husband, but they don't want to play wife. And that's not how life goes. You can't sit back and want a person to sit back and, here goes some money for this, here goes bill money, here goes some extra money for your pocket, here goes money for here goes money for here. And then you turn back around, and when it's time to get in the bed and get some intimacy going, you don't want to work that.
Yeah.
And it's, then you start questioning, because it's amazing. A woman can sit back. A woman sit back and turn you down, but as soon as you turn them down, you fucking up a bitches.
Well, okay, but how about this?
Right about that?
I mean, for some, yes. For some, I don't. I listen. This really boils down to what you accept and what you reject. That's what it all boils down to. We're talking about the real reason that women don't apologize to men, and one of those reasons is because they're not held accountable, and they can get away with it, and so why do it? But here's the other thing.
Like I said, I believe it starts in the beginning. It starts with the upbringing. You know what I mean? It starts with the upbringing. It is also, like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like me, I didn't have my father in my life like that. And I didn't have my grandfather that passed away when I was 14. My other grandfather, he was always working and doing this thing. But at the end of the day, I didn't have all these men to teach me all this. But when I seen my mom go through stuff and she forgave these men, all of a sudden, I developed a forgiving heart. I forgive all the time. Not just when I go through shit with my wife, I forgive my boys. I forgive. It got to the point where I had to stop forgiving people. Because when you see people forgive, and you say, well, maybe that's how you love a person. Right? You go through problems, you forgive. You go through problems, you forgive. Everything you learn through your upbringing. When you hear your mother talking to a man on the phone or talking to your father, you broke motherfucker, you ain't worth shit.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold on. Swing Nut in the comments. He sent a super chat, and thanks for the super chat, Swing Nut. Thanks exponentially. But I want to see what you think of this comment. He says, women today are evil. Talk to people my age, 33. He's 33, Australian and white. He says, 2 kids that aren't mine. I have court order to pay for. So he's paying for 2 kids that aren't his. And his wife, kind of treat him like shit. You know what I'm saying? So
did he adopt him?
Well, I mean, how it happened is how it happened. But when you think about what's going on with that, when you think about his situation, let's say without knowing anything else about his situation, just think about that. I mean, obviously, he's probably dealing with a woman that doesn't apologize to him. You know what I mean? Or doesn't show any. Probably.
Yeah, because anytime a man, a woman don't understand it. When a man steps in to take responsibility for kids that's not his, that's a good one. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? When he willing to die, take him to doctor's appointment, fight for him, clothe them, bathe them, cook for them, protect them. That's a father.
Yeah.
And some women don't appreciate, they take that for granted. They think a man's supposed to do that when they're in a relationship. No, You're supposed to accept the child as your own, but you don't have to go all out if they got a father. But when a man goes all out, you know, it gets to the point where you're like, hey, respect that. I don't care what we go through in life. Respect the fact that I assumed that responsibility because our nothing ass father was a piece of shit.
Okay.
And I feel sorry for him because she can't be apologetic because she's not appreciative.
All right, check this out. When we're talking about women not apologizing, some women, and you know, I'm going by what I've heard other people say. Like I said, on social media, this is like a running joke. Like it's funny that women don't apologize to men or whatever, you know, and they might try to offer something else. Now, I've heard that the way that some women apologize is that they offer sex or give you head or cook your favorite meal or whatever, but they don't actually verbally give you the apology. Is that acceptable?
Well, no, that's not acceptable because it's still the most important part is humbleness. When you apologize, you humble yourself to apologize. Like I'm gonna give you, like I tell these young people this. When I always think about old school music, I think about how great grandmom or grandmom or mom and dad used to apologize to each other. That's why old school music is so relevant because some parents didn't apologize through talking; they apologize through the OJs or the Osley brothers. Mom be arguing, they be, fuck you. She go in the kitchen and cook, dad goes over, get the 45, blow the dust off, play the OJs, talking about, last night, me and my woman. Now all of a sudden they back together again. Oh, he's apologized, and I love him.
Well, see, to me, that sounds like some TV or movie shit. Because
honestly, I've seen shit like that happen in some of my boys' house when I was younger.
Well, then
their parents.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's how their parents apologize to each other. I said, why your dad playing that song? Oh, you made my mom mad, so that's his way of apologize. I was like, oh shit.
Well, I'm thinking. I mean, could it have been a real problem then? Because there ain't a problem that I know of that'll go away with a song.
Well, hey,
unless you didn't give me like your last, unless you were stingy with your last piece of bubble yum or some shit like that. Other than that, we got real problems and shit. You know what I mean? That shit ain't gonna do nothing. Fuck.
Music comes to Savage Beast, bro. Maybe it might have been that song that they got together on, or it might be that song that you know. Sometimes music calms shit down, man. You know, and some people, me personally, I apologize through my words.
Hold on.
Or I apologize, I go buy some roses.
Hold on. Swing Nut in the comments, he said that his woman cheated. That's how they got to where they are. His woman cheated on him, and he asked, how is it on him?
It's not on him.
I sure don't think so.
That goes back to you saying, if you're willing to accept it, then you got to deal with it. Am I right?
Yo, listen. Listen, I'm the shut down dude. Look. I ain't the hardest cat, but
you, bro.
It is what it is. Unfortunately, I have trained myself to be able to do without. But when I asked the question about if cooking your favorite meal or blowing you or giving you some super vacation hotel room ass or some shit like that. Yeah. If that's acceptable, my thing is if that is acceptable, then I have to deal with whatever comes whatever comes with that, because I'm allowing the violator to set the tone about how they will pay back. You know, like if I spend all my if I run up the bill on my credit card, I don't get to decide what my monthly payment is going to be or what my interest rate is going to be. It doesn't work that way. You understand what I'm saying? So in business, there's certain rules that have to be followed, or they're going to be consequences. So if I don't set those boundaries in my own home, then, you know, I mean, what can my expectations reasonably be? So yeah, some things have to be.
So you want to say? So what you saying to me is that a pussy apology ain't gonna work?
No, it wouldn't. I mean, I got the pussy last night. You know, I mean, you that shit you ain't do nothing to that shit today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you ain't re-gifting some shit. You know what I mean? And sex is between two people. It ain't like just one sided. It ain't like I ran up in it and just bust in 15 seconds. I'm concentrating on your pleasure. You know what I mean? So we not doing that shit. No, you know, and too many men let it. I don't know what niggas know. But anyway, okay. Wait a minute. Swing Nut says you didn't have a dad, did you? Yes, I grew up with a father. I grew up with a father and a stepfather. I had two strong black males in my life. Two fathers. I had two, and yeah, and they had a hell of an influence on me. And you know what? The truth about both of them is they didn't allow that not apologizing shit. They wasn't about that. Like, now what we gonna do? Yeah, they didn't go for that. But check this out. Imagine, okay, if we allow somebody to not apologize, but to do it in other ways. What if you were on the fence about if somebody loved you? Because they never verbally told you that they loved you, but they did certain things that were supposed to symbolize that they loved you. Maybe gifts, maybe favors, maybe whatever you consider, you know, your love. You know, people talk about love languages and all of that kind of shit. Suppose what they say, love is a verb, so you have to show that you love a person. So if a person, hold on. So if you weren't sure that a person really loved you, and they refused to tell you that they really loved you, they were, for some reason, that those words would not roll off their lips, but they did certain things that a person who loves a person would do. Would that be acceptable?
No.
Okay.
Like I was getting ready to tell you, like, I got a brother. He's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a rare thing for him to tell me that he loves me. He just started like trying to say it, you know, and that's because our mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you know, he always said, you know, I say I love you. Why you don't say you love me back? He'd be like, well, you know, it's the action part that shows that you love. I said, no, that's not true. I said, that's not true. The words mean more than the action, because you know, when you go out there and you buy somebody something, that doesn't mean love. That just means that you went out there and bought them something. I couldn't see myself being on this planet. I even tell my boys I love them. So I told you I love you. I mean, I love you, bro. Because my thing is this. You can just sit back and tell somebody you love them and be genuine about it, because you never know what can happen to that person, and you never had a chance to tell them. I lost one of my brothers, like one of my best friends, over a basketball game. And I never told him I love him, and I said I won't never ever in my life do that. I said that people that I grow up with, people that I come in contact with, people that I feel as though I respect or I'm in their circle. I'm telling them I love them. One time I told my cousin, I said, I'm not my cousin, but one of my boys that's real tight with me, that's like my brother. And you know me. When I come in contact with people, I come in contact with people.
Word.
And this boy, it's like my brother. And I was like, yo, love you. My wife said to me before she came my wife, she said, how you tell another man you love him? I said, why you tell your girlfriends you love them? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I said, because if you never lost somebody and you never told them that you love them, that shit hurts.
Okay, now.
That shit hurts.
Okay, now hold on. Hold on. Because I wanna pause you right there. Why does it hurt so much for somebody to pass without you getting a chance to verbally tell them how you felt about them? Why does that hurt so bad?
Well,
even if wait. Let me finish it. Even though you may have shown it day in, day out, time after time, maybe you were reliable, maybe you were dependable, maybe you were Johnny on the spot, maybe you were helpful. You did everything and showed that you loved them, but why would it hurt so bad if they never got a chance to hear you say it? Why would it hurt so bad?
Because the words carry a whole lot. The words, I love you, carries a whole lot. And when you tell a person you love them, let me tell you something. There's somebody out there ready to commit suicide or kill himself. And you tell that person you love them, and they're like, damn, at least somebody give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I love you carries a whole lot. I mean, that's just me.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. I mean, I think you're right, but I think that you stumbled upon something very important in this thing. Because if it's that important for you to verbalize that you love a person before they pass away, because you want to make sure that they heard it, that they felt it, and that they knew it for sure.
No, I want to make sure that they understood.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that, I think that, like, even all my kids, before they hang up that phone with me, they know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I argue with my wife, even if she don't say it back to me, I'm going to say it to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Okay.
Nobody's going to stop me from, I'm never going to let nobody stop me from being who I am.
Okay.
Because.
So, now listen to what I'm saying. Saying. If it's that important to make sure that somebody says that to make sure that somebody who is passing or that you may not see again knows how you felt about them, as far as, you saying that you love them, how is it acceptable for somebody else to give you an apology equivalent instead of the I'm sorry, or I was wrong, or I apologize, or I really didn't want to hurt you? Or how can that not be as important as making sure that somebody knew that you love them? Like, hold on. No, but this is not just me to you. You know what I mean? You have to understand, other people need to hear this too. How can somebody be sure that you feel remorse, that you had good intentions, or that you genuinely have sympathy, empathy, and good feelings about or should I say not good feelings, but that they have genuine sorrow, empathy, sympathy for the way that you feel? And how can you know that they are truly remorseful if they don't actually say that they're sorry, but they do everything else that's supposed to be symbolic of a sorry?
Then you're not sorry.
Let me take it a little bit farther. Let's say you stood your ground. You knew you was wrong, but you ain't feel like you was all the way wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe you felt like, yeah, I was wrong. Like, since we talking about women, the reason that women don't apologize to men. Let's say she knew that she knew that she didn't do right by him. She knew that she violated. She pushed the envelope on some fuck shit or some petty shit or whatever. Yeah, she took a chance and she did what she did, and she refused to apologize, even though she may have felt a little bitter about something that he did, or maybe it was a misunderstanding that never got cleared up or whatever. What if he passed on? What if he died? Would she feel like, you know what? I never got a chance to say I was sorry. I let that man pass, and I never admitted my wrong. He went to the grave with me standing on that bullshit.
I'm gonna give you the deepest analogy that I always use. Right. Whether you apologize to a person or you say you love them. Let's just go to 9/11. Let's just say a husband and wife argued and got to a heated argument that morning before they went to that World Trade Center. And that husband or that wife died in that World Trade Center. Can you imagine the guilt that person's carrying with them right now?
Yeah.
Even if they remarry. Even if they remarry. Because you never had that chance to fix that disagreement you had, or to tell that person you love them, or to say anything to them. And you gotta carry that around with you through your next relationship. You see your kids, and your kids remind you of your wife, and your daughter sound like your wife when she say "I love you," or your son sound like your husband when your mother hear "I love you," and it breaks you down inside because the last time you talked to that person, it was an argument, and you just knew that person was coming back home.
Yeah.
And then you look at TV. And you see that plane go right on the same floor that him or her was at. And you didn't hear that when you called that phone, you didn't hear from him.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Since this is all hypothetical, maybe you did tell him that you loved him, but you never apologized though. You never acknowledged that wrong. Are you okay? Wait, hold on. Should she be okay that she told him that she loved him, but she never admitted, her wrong? Like, was it like 50-50? Was it a push?
She's not gonna be okay.
You sure?
I don't even think a man nor a woman would be okay with it.
I don't know, because we talking about this show.
Hear me out.
All right, go ahead.
The reason why I don't think a person would be okay with that is because at the end of the day, just because you told them you love them, it didn't wash away the fact that there was a problem, and you never apologized for it. So now, when you think you're gonna go through your Rolodexes, and you're gonna go through the fact that I should have apologized for that shit I did. And I didn't apologize, and now he gone or she gone. And you already gonna be emotional that the person gone. Now you're gonna start thinking about the things that you done wrong. And he gone or she gone.
See,
the human side of a person is gonna kick in now. And there's everybody. I mean, it's the only person I can see that says fuck it, that says just fuck it, is a person that's cool. Fuck it, though. They gone. I did tell them I love them.
They might be cold though, because I'm thinking that if when y'all were together, when things were good, if they couldn't apologize to keep things good, to keep y'all together, to keep y'all in good standing, then would she really feel, because people can convince themselves that they right when they wrong. Plenty of people have done it.
All day.
All right.
All day. But that's the thing about it though, son. The thing about it, there's nothing wrong with convincing yourself when you're right or you're wrong. It has a lot to do with being being a human being and understand that you're wrong and assume a responsibility. And I'm not just going to say, since we're men, we're talking about women. Since this your platform, we're talking about women. And women, there's a lot of women that don't want to own their shit, but they want you to own your shit. They want you to own your shit. With us, when they go out, right, and they come in, we go by hours. Did you get an hour to get back? Everything all right? They go by hours, minutes, and seconds. It took you 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 20 seconds. What took you so fucking long? You see?
Yeah, no doubt.
A woman would sit on this phone, right, and know they the fuck wrong. Know they wrong. And tell you, and in their mind, they know they're wrong, but they won't sit back and say they're wrong, but they'll pull your shit out. Remember back in 2022?
Listen, man, you gotta cut that off at the pass. Like, listen, we ain't talking about shit. Listen, we gonna clear this thing. Look, I'm good at this shit. Yeah, I even do this at work. I don't want to hear about shit except for what we talking about right now. We gonna clear that up, and then after that, we can talk about everything else. But right now, we not talking about nothing else. We gonna talk about this slap on the wrist. We gonna talk about this mosquito bite. We gonna talk about this. We gonna talk about this roach egg. We gonna address this shit right here. Nobody else is available to be is allowed in the room. Wait. Hold on. Before you give a scenario, we have another caller on the line. So we're gonna see what that's about. And I think this is probably a goodie. Caller with the last numbers 4828. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, no, it's a female. No, you out of here. I'm not allowed. Oh, I'm just kidding. Hey, how are you? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of your petty views. It's like, nah, no.
Well, too late.
All right.
So, all right. So it's a few things, right? One, I don't know who some men are dealing with that they tend to generalize all women. It's not all women. Not all women go around not apologizing. I know the women that you're talking about.
Wait. She just got started. Let her talk.
Listen, the last time I called in, I was on the phone with this brother. I understand his tempo. It's okay.
How you doing, sweetheart? I'm sorry.
Hi. So, I mean, but this is this is what I want you to understand. I grew up in a family where a very traditional roles were taken. And so that's what I'm most comfortable with. And that means, right, that from the start, the man sets the tone. He sets the temperature for the relationship. And I want that to sink in. Because if now you're with a woman who doesn't know how to apologize to you or refuses to apologize with you, somewhere in there, you have to take responsibility for that. Because you set the tone. I have a man. He set the tone. I don't have a problem apologizing. I respect that man. You understand what I'm saying? And all women are not like that where they won't apologize. The women that are like that have gone unchecked because they are used to I don't care if it's at home with their parents or in school or with their friends, somewhere in their lives they have gone unchecked. They have been allowed to run amok emotionally because we are emotional beings. We all are, but women more than men most times. And so somebody in their lives has not said, you need to reel it back. someone in their lives has not taught them reasoning skills. It's okay to be emotional. Logic has to play a factor somewhere in there, damn it.
Yeah.
And so somewhere they have not been taught that lesson. They've been allowed to just be, and Swingnut is telling the truth when he mentions his age group. It's this whole new modern woman, the girl's girl. I can't stand that phrase, but the whole girl's girl thing, where basically it's a movement of not checking other women, even when you know that they're wrong, just so women can stay on the side of women, which I think is bullshit.
It's bullshit because none of them, they're not really living that life. They're not. That shit is an illusion. That shit is Antifa.
I agree with you. Everything that you just said, I agree with you 1,000%. That's why I said 30% of women are very unapologetic. I said 70% of women that are women. You're not going to call the ones that are not apologetic. I'm not going to call them women. I'm calling young ladies because they haven't matured enough to be called. But when you say, that's what I was trying to explain to Son, that it starts at the beginning of the relationship. When you see those red flags, because let me tell you, I know Son was throwing out red flags before the NFL invented them. He keep a yellow flag for unsportsmanlike conduct and everything in his pocket.
Well, they gotta stop playing.
So I already know, Son. And I know myself. But see, that's why I said that. Like you said, you grew up in a traditional home. I didn't grow up in a traditional home. So a lot of women brought me up, and I seen their plights, and I seen their fights, and I seen my mom go back and forth, argue with her man. Matter of fact, shit, I seen my mom, her man take out at gunpoint as a kid. And when I got older, and I seen after she forgave him, and I got about 22, 23 years old, and she brought him to the house, and I ain't seen him in years. And I said, his name is Mr. Jackson. Mr. James, let me ask you a question. You know you won't ever be able to do that shit to my mom again, don't you? He's like, what? I said, you know what? I said, because if you do it to, if you try it now, I'll kill you. He started laughing. I said, I'll punch you in your fucking face right now. Because see, I'm very sympathetic to women's plight. But see, when you don't have that male figure in your life, like Son had 2 stepfathers.
No, I had a father and a stepfather.
My grandfather, you had a father and a stepfather. No, you had 2 fathers, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll go for that. I'll definitely go for that. Yeah.
You had 2 fathers. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you had them bonds. I had my grandfather up until I was 14, and my other grandfather, he was working his behind off. And I had 2 brothers. I had an older brother that was all by himself, and a middle brother that I followed around that. That's like my mentor, and the reason why I don't do the weed smoking, and I don't do and I know all about my Black history, and I know all, and I got some intelligence with me, it's because of that middle brother. But he never taught me about females. So only person I have a teacher from is the forgiving heart that my mom has. That is a gift and a curse. That's the gift and the curse that I have. I can forgive easily and just walk past the bullshit and let's move on to the next thing. I wish I didn't have that. Say that again?
That's okay. I'd like to clear something up if that's okay.
Go right ahead.
So my comment about generalizing wasn't necessarily towards you.
No, I was just giving my testimony.
Like if I was in chat and there was a couple. There were a couple of people. One guy in particular who was generalizing in the chat. I didn't necessarily disagree with everything that he was saying, but it was very like all women.
Right.
And it's just like we're just not all like that at all. And just day to day, especially in this age, the age of social media influence, you don't even realize how many men think that same way without taking responsibility for the part that they played or did not play in their own relationship. I have several sons. I was married to their father. And even though he didn't set the proper temperature, I still maintain a certain stance because of how I was raised. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
the moral that was etched in you is what you brought on in that relationship because of who you are.
And what I taught our sons is that you definitely set the tone in the relationship. And maybe she starts out of being willing to apologize. If she gets to the point where she's not willing to apologize, you have to take a step back. You have to take a step back, and you have to assess where things went left. Things went left.
Listen,
Did somebody say something?
I'm a real big fan of men and women treating each other decently, of reinforcing their support and love of one another. I'm a big fan of them cheering each other on and supporting their dreams and having each other's backs and all that kind of stuff. I'm a big proponent of that. But when the scales are unbalanced, when the seesaw has one all the way up in the air and one with the ass on the ground, then you know that either you better start feeding one of them or stop feeding the other one. So you can ignore all of the signs, but what you can't do is ignore your unhappiness. You can't ignore your dissatisfaction. You can't ignore your disappointment. It's going to knock on your proverbial door every day. Like, yo, you ain't like that shit she did and you ain't over it. Yeah, you putting on a good face and you're moving on. But a part of you is saying, yo, that shit wasn't right. That shit wasn't right. That shit wasn't right. And that might be that apology that you didn't get, that acknowledgement that didn't happen, and that total disregard. Because see, when somebody doesn't acknowledge what they did to you, then they have disregarded your feelings. They've disregarded your respect. They've disregarded your whole being. Like you don't matter. Like what we used to say back in the day, use a flea. And that's what you are. Use a flea. You know, something that nobody likes, that just, bites on your skin and sucks your blood. You use a flea. Don't nobody want you around. And that's it. And when somebody looks at you like you ain't nothing but a flea, you ain't nobody to be apologizing to. You ain't nobody to be giving favor to. You ain't nobody to treat like a person. Well, that weighs on you. And some people allow themselves to dive deeper and deeper into a situation like that, thinking that one day it's going to miraculously get better. People have gotten married thinking that, okay, when we get married, then she'll start acting right or he'll start acting right. No, they ain't. You just co-signed the bullshit. You've co-signed the bad behavior. You have validated that you've basically stamped yourself as a masochist. Like, you like the beatings. So it's a tough situation. And for some people, they may be able to see their way out of it, see their way through it. Like, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. Come on, you making a mountain out of a molehill and blah, 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 blah. And I understand that that's okay for your home. But I also understand how the smallest things build and they build and they build and they build and they. Hey, think about it. You don't have to take a lot of cyanide to kill you. You don't drink 16 ounces of that shit. You ain't got to drink an ounce. One little capsule, one little pill, a few drops in a drink, and it's over. So things don't have to be big in size. They don't have to be big in theory in order in order for them to have a strong impact. Just like plenty of children have been conceived just because a man told a woman that he loved her. And it could have been on a one night stand. Yo, baby, I don't know what it is, but I just love you. And the panties came off. You know what I mean? 10 pumps later, you got a 9-month situation. Yeah, you know what I mean? A 9-month to 21-year situation going on. Just because she needed love and he found the magic word. It was a good night. It was a good night. He hit blackjack that night on the first hand. God damn. He opened up with blackjack. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. Hey. I done heard some stories about how some babies was conceived. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but I know people who have conceived children and they never had sex with the person again. When I say one and done, it was more like one and dumb. So, and I'm like, and you know me, I'm probing. I'm like, so hold on, let me get this straight. You said that y'all only had one sex. Y'all only had sex one time since y'all knew each other, and that resulted in a pregnancy. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, did you at least have fun? She said, no. And I didn't have fun. It was over. It was over in a flash. Next thing you know, I'm throwing up and you know what I mean? And yeah, I go to the doctor and I'm pregnant and blah, 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 blah. But I never wanted to have sex with him again. So I'm like, he didn't even have a chance to make up. You know what I mean? Like he should have had like 9 months of free. Well, he already, I don't know, whatever, but it happens. It happens. And it doesn't have to be a big, what they say, big things come in small packages. It's the little things that count. You know, hey, when you get judged in a sporting event, they never judge you on the overall picture. What do they judge you on? The small details, the little finite details that only a person who's an expert can achieve. You know, you're never going to.
I ain't going to interrupt you, son. Check this one out, though, right?
Okay.
There's a guy at my job. He, he was going through a bunch of changes, wound up moving out because his girl found out he was, going on Instagram and talking to females and stuff. At one point, he even cheated on her. She didn't know about the cheating part. So, one thing led to another. They wanted to get back together. So he came into work one day. He come in. He like, me and Ron just got in an argument. I'm ready to break up with her again. I found out about 3 years ago she was with this guy she said she wasn't with. I said, it's fucked up when the rabbit got the gun, ain't it?
Think it ain't when it is?
It's really fucked up when the rabbit got the gun. You don't know what to do, huh? I said, so you did your dirt, and she don't know nothing about it. Only thing she know about you is talking to girls on Instagram. Now you found out he did something 3 years ago, and you ready to cut her loose.
Yeah, well.
The rabbit got the gun. I said, it's like this, bro. Whatever decisions you make, they're your decisions. If you love her and that's what you want to do, go ahead and fix it. But at the end of the day, you cannot sit up here and jump on her situation after the shit you do. And you come to the job bragging about what you do. So don't be so braggadocious about things you're doing. Because now when you found out 3 years ago she was with somebody, now you want to argue and fuss and fight with her. No, don't pick me up for one, fuck you. No, I ain't no fuck you now. Because I'm pretty sure if she finds out about little mushy through, you in trouble. And I said, if y'all got to cheat back and forth, then why be together in the first place? I mean, it's just, one thing that's like I said, and I appreciate this conversation because this conversation, number one, is informative, and I got so much respect for the lady that's on the phone because she made a lot of sense, and you too as well, son. For real, I really appreciate this because this conversation I need.
Shoot, we all need it. I mean, there's a lot of people out here. Listen, man, it's a lot of shit out here. And the thing is, because I don't like to blame everything on social media. I don't like to blame everything on the internet or whatever. But because social media puts you in touch with a lot of people that you wouldn't have otherwise ever came in contact with, and because you get such a large sample size of different stories and stuff like that, it has an impact on you. So when I see certain trends, when I see certain patterns of thought with people, it interests me, and I'm thinking like, yo, it's not like this everywhere, or even in places that I go or know about. But when I see a bunch of men co-signing that women don't apologize, they never do that, blah blah blah, and now I see it's like a running joke. It's like saying, you know how back in the day women would always say that men never asked for directions when they lost. You know what I mean? We just sort of laughed it off, even though it's taking us 10 hours to get somewhere that probably should have only taken 6. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh yeah, your pride getting away. You just don't want to ask for directions because you don't want to admit that you lost. And we laughing about that shit, but it ain't really that funny. We could have been there. You know what I mean? That's cutting into our time that we would have had to have fun, or maybe we was late to somewhere or whatever. Well, the same thing applies to this whole not apologizing thing, because it's like, everybody's laughing it off like, yeah, your girl don't apologize. No, my wife don't apologize either. And guess what? My son, his girl, that shit is not what's up. Unless this really doesn't get to you. Unless it's a situation where being disrespected or being violated or whatever doesn't affect you. Now, if it's small things like, I don't know, like let's say y'all went out to dinner, and how some of these greedy ass chicks are, they want to eat off your plate and shit. You know what I mean? You could have ordered them the same shit that you ordered. They want to eat off your plate. Okay, let's say you went to the bathroom and her greedy ass ate everything that was on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, like, huh? Like, okay, that's nothing to fight over, because maybe she paid for the meal and she got on some petty shit or whatever. Like, well, I was just hungry. You know how I am. But that's something you might be able to get over. Just order some more shit on the menu or whatever. If y'all got it like that, no big deal. But if it's something serious, like, so let me get this straight. You thought that I was, I don't know, let's say you thought I was messing around with the girl at my job or something like that, and you told your whole family that I was cheating on you, that I was being sneaky, that I was being shady and all of that shit. Meanwhile, I wasn't doing none of that shit. It was never proven. If anything, I'm going to work every day trying to make things better for us, so I can provide and so we can have nice things. But you know how it is when you go back and tell your family shit about your lover. Y'all, you and your wife, you and your husband, y'all make up and everything is cool. But your mom and them, your sisters and brothers and them, your uncles and them, your aunts and them, your cousins and them, they still looking at your love like, oh, nah, that bitch ain't no good. That nigga ain't shit.
Don't go to the barbecue.
That's what I'm saying. So let's say your wife went and told her whole family, and they're a family of riders. They the type that will eliminate you for doing somebody in their family wrong. She never went and fixed it. So they looking at you sideways. You at the cookout. You know what I mean? Yeah, you at the cookout. She ain't even make your plate or something. You going over there, getting the ear cord and some greens. You know what I mean? A burger, a hot dog, and they looking like, look at this motherfucker. Look at this hungry ass, cheating ass nigga. I guess you gotta get your strength up so you can go fuck with that other bitch. She didn't fix it. She didn't fix it. And so she allowed you to be in this potentially dangerous situation, definitely an uncomfortable situation. And you mean to tell me when y'all get to the crib and you tell her like, or when y'all in the car on the way home, like, yo, babe, you ain't tell them that, you found out that we was, that I wasn't doing that. You ain't tell them that everything was all right. Well, no. I mean, you know how my family is. They gonna ride for me or whatever. So it don't matter, whatever I would have told them. So no, I mean, but dude, don't worry about them. They good. No apology for you. You know what I mean? She's okay with you being uncomfortable. No sympathy for you. No regard for your feelings. Total disregard for you. For you. So no apology for that. And you getting over that? How you getting over that? So you in bad with somebody's family. Yeah, that ain't no shit to get over. That ain't cool. That ain't cool.
No, and that's the worst. That's the worst
run the other
feeling.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Run the other way, brother. Because that's
the worst feeling you can get into when you make up. That's why when I go through problems, I don't tell nobody nothing. And the reason being because I don't want you to look at my wife as look at her side eye if we make up. That's one thing my brother said. He said, Troy, when he made the speech at because he was one of my best men. He said, when y'all go through problems, don't call me, don't call family members, work it out. Because when you do that and you intertwine them, that's the situations that happen. When you start telling people your business, and when you tell people your business that's not even in a relationship, or and their misery loves the company, or they're going to always be on your side.
But wait a minute. The biggest problem is not whether or not those other people are in your relationship. People are going to say whatever they want to say, even when you don't even tell them the details. They'll pick up on vibes and think that they have something to say. The bigger problem in the scenario that son just mentioned is the fact that his partner was willing to sacrifice. She used her man as a sacrificial lamb, and then tough it up to, my family ride for me. No. If you hold your person, your man, your woman in high regard, and that means you want the whole world to know. I hold this person in high regard. And if you don't hold them in high regard, then what does that say about you?
True.
That you're in a relationship with somebody who you don't. Why would someone, and right now we're talking about women not apologizing. So here she is, she was wrong, she didn't apologize. And she has the world looking at you like basically villainized me. Now, if you stay with her as your man, I'm just saying out loud, that's on you. Whatever happens next, that's on you, because it's gonna be more of that and more. Because now we're talking about a woman who I said earlier has gone unchecked by you not standing your ground and drawing a line in the sand and setting boundaries. Like, this shit is not okay. You are now letting her go about life unchecked, and you're about to get more of that and then some.
Not only that.
That is a problem.
Not only that, but in that scenario, now you have given her family members the green light to disrespect you on demand. So whenever they see you, they don't have to show you no love. They don't have to show you no favor. They don't have to show you no any respect. They don't have to. They don't have to lend you any understanding. None of that shit. Because she didn't go back. She didn't go back. She didn't go back and fix it. And it's like, yo, yeah. So yeah, that's the dude that's cheating on my cousin. That's the one that's lying to my aunt. That's the one. You understand that shit? That's bad money. That's bad money.
Well,
Piss poor, baby.
I
Piss poor.
But I care more about my partner first and foremost. It starts there first.
Yeah.
So while it would be nice to be in the family's good graces, my relationship with my partner is my relationship with my partner.
No, but I understand what both of y'all saying, and I agree with it. That the most important thing is what she should have done. She should have do that olive branch out there and let them know, look, it was my fault. Or see, and that's the thing about it. Instead of sitting up here saying it was my fault or we talked it out and we fixed it, you just let the shit go on. Well, my family ride for me. Yeah, well, I got family members ride for me too. But I'm not gonna. This can get real ugly. And that's the thing about it. Some people just like confusion. And some people don't like being happy, whether it's man or woman.
Or the chaos and the confusion and all the messy shit that makes them happy. They like that. It's an adrenaline rush.
Happy because it makes them feel like that's just like we were talking about love. That's their way of thinking that you love them. I need this confusion because it validates me being in love. Just like with some women like a man putting their hand on them because it validates their love. And I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Oh, that's a whole other show.
Yes.
That's a whole other show. That's rooted in trauma, past trauma.
Yeah. That's the whole thing about it. The whole thing about it is, an apology carries so much weight. Just like I said earlier, an apology and an I love you carries a lot to me. That's just for me. Because you lose people. You never had that opportunity, to tell them how you felt about them. Like even with my grandfather. I was at my first year at Bach. He was at Einstein Hospital right there at, I think it was 6th or 5th and Reed. Got done school, went up there to see him on a Tuesday. I went to go see him. I went to see him, on a Tuesday. I was like, we going fishing this weekend, Granddad? He was like, yeah, we going fishing. That Thursday, my mom called me and told me that I wasn't going to school because I had a doctor appointment. Normally, my mom would go to work when I got a doctor appointment. I'm like, all right, I ain't got to go to school. Came home, she crying, and told me he passed away. And he knew he was going to pass away. But he wanted to protect me, but you took away me loving on you as a grandson. You took that part away from me, from loving you and holding you and able to see you for them times, not understanding how much that affected me. So I mean, at the end of the day, some shit like that, and then when my boy John got killed on the basketball court over a basketball game, that took a lot out of me. Because, somebody said to me the other day, it was like, I told my son, my oldest son said, hey, Dad, you been 60 in 5 years. I said, and I'm proud of it. I said, I got one friend. I have a lot of people that I've lost to the streets. But this one, I wish he could experience what I'm experiencing now. That one of my sons turned 25. I have 8 children, 4 boys, 4 girls. I got 8 grandchildren. And at the end of the day, he didn't have the opportunity to have one child because his life was taken. So when you tell me I'm getting old, thank you very much. I want you to get old too.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. And yo, man, that's a hard. Yo, I part of what you were saying, kind of hit me in the heart because when my dad was passing, he kind of kept everything to himself. I didn't really get a chance to, I didn't get a chance to to send him off the way I would have liked to, you know, in his last year of living. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I know what you mean. But hold on. See, here's the bigger problem here. We only got 4 minutes left in this show, so this is what we're gonna do. See that? I mean, you know, like, you know, people be passing away. You know, babies be being born. You know what I mean? You know, lovers be violating. Kids be acting bad. You know what I'm saying? But then we only got 4 minutes left. What you gonna do? That's it. So I need y'all to like give me y'all closing remarks and make sure this is like a funeral. You ain't even got 2 minutes. Y'all got a minute and a half, and then we gonna do these birthday shout outs, and then it's holler back time.
I'm gonna go first because but I appreciate that, Troy, because I love you, but you long winded, right? So my one sentence. Okay, so seriously, I think that man or woman, if you do something wrong, that your apology should be given in the same tone. Period. And if somebody's not mature enough, and I'm not talking about just like mentally mature, I mean relationship wise as well. If they're not mature enough to know and to put into action an apology, walk away. Walk away. Let's set the tone, you know, as a society, you know, of being accountable for our behavior. That's it.
Well, my thing is this, you know, own your shit. Let's let on woman. Own your shit when you're wrong. If you own your shit and just be so apologetic to that person, and then at the end of the day, learn how to just say, I love you. I love you, and owning your shit carries so much in a relationship. Don't let a gift or some flowers just make that as your apology. Let your words speak for itself. And if you keep doing the same thing over and over, just like one thing about like God, when you keep asking God for forgiveness, at some point in time, you're going to allow that situation to happen so you can understand and stop doing it. And it's the same thing in relationships. A person, a man or woman, will let you keep doing it until they stop. So when it's over, you can't. There's no catching going. But I love both of y'all. Good having this conversation on the cast. So I appreciate it.
That's what's up. Hold on, y'all.
90 seconds.
All right. So, you know, somebody was in the comments talking shit about my chair. So I wanted to, in all my pettiness, I went and got the other chair. Fuck the money. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Fuck you think this is? You know what I'm saying? So just listen, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I keep bullets in the magazine. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why you talk shit about my shit? I got more than one, bitch. Fuck out.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Apologize to me. Apologize to me. Fuck out.
That shit don't work. You gonna be
Look, no, I like the black and white one. You know what I'm saying? I like the black and white one. But fuck it, I'm gonna switch to the red. Hell, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. Listen, I want to thank both of y'all for calling in. I really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all insight. You know, this was an important show because a lot of times we can fall into the whole
10 seconds.
We can fall into the stereotype or the gang mentality of thinking that everybody feels the same and everybody is going through the same things, which doesn't allow any of us to grow. It doesn't allow any of us to learn. It doesn't allow any of us to expand or improve ourselves. And that's what we're really striving to do. So listen, I want to thank y'all for calling in and giving me and all of us the benefit of y'all wisdom. So I gotta let y'all go right now. We're gonna do these birthday shout outs, but please don't hesitate to call back in and thank you for the love.
Okay, son, happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday to my son Marquise too, man.
That's what's up. Happy belated birthday to your son
Happy
Marquise.
birthday,
Without
Marquise.
my nephew Marquise. That's what's up.
There you go.
All right. Love is love, y'all. Peace.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 10th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. My peoples, my peoples, my peoples. Sharon Clements, happy birthday to you. And also Deborah Dancy, happy birthday. And Portia Nikwa Coleman, happy birthday. And my girl Juna Deschelle. And Love, Pray, Peace Project, happy birthday to you. And Luz Bernardino, happy birthday. And Natalia Perez, happy birthday to you. And Vumani Linyama, happy birthday. And Maddie Thompson, go get her. Maddie Thompson, happy birthday to you. And Chad Williams, happy birthday. And my people's comedian Harley Brunson, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, James Cook. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious October 10th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all, go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, go hard, go for yours, and remember, women don't want to be apologizing, but they gotta realize that it's all in your eyes when you see them for the true colors that they displaying, and you're looking like, yo, I'm saying, you gonna have to live up to the things that you did wrong, or I'm gonna have to put them in the song. And you ain't gonna like the lyrics, but you're gonna hear it. I'm gonna tell you right freaks from my spirit. And I'm doing this thing off the top of the head. And you listen to the words that I said. I said, my name is Son 7. I do things my way, and I don't care what nobody say. My day is going the way that I think it should. And if you don't apologize to me, I wish you would. Because there's going to be consequences. I'm going to have to get my bat out and swing for the fences. And I'm not talking about getting physical, but it's kind of proverbial. You understand, with the nerds, you know. Yo, what's the deal? She can tell you how you want, but not how you feel. And you saying that you had no remorse, that means you have no respect for me. And of course, I'm going to have to give you the same kind of energy because you coming around me, no friend, like an enemy, a public enemy. Yeah, what you talking about clocking like Flavor Flav? Learn how to behave. You setting a bad example for the kids. Yeah, I seen that bullshit that you did, and I'm not forgiving you for the things that you did. You motherfucking no good with. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go Getimism show. 2 a.m., baby. This is what we do. This is our night. This is the nighttime crew, baby. This is how you do it in the middle of the night. 2 a.m., we will be here. Will you be up? Are you going to get some rest? You know what I'm saying? All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. You know what it is. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Hold on. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boo. Hold on. Blog Talk don't want to shut. What are we doing? Where are you? All right, you know what? We're gonna do it like this. I ain't gotta waste a lot of time over here.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
That's what I did want to do. All right, get that out of here. Okay. Let me I can take off my uniform. I'm ready to clock out. You know what I mean? Take my shit off. Get on the body here. I can even take my microphone off. You still hear me right there. All right, y'all can take y'all shit off too. Take off your necklace, but she wasn't naked. Everything is good. Yeah, let's get it understood. All right, y'all. Peace.